Okay, area of circles. Hopefully this is a bit quicker than circumference of circles, which dragged on. Area, we have got one rule for the area of a circle. Area equals pi r squared. That's the one and only rule. Let's get into it. Because it's not rocket science to work out what r is here, is it? A. So we're going to state the rule. Pi r squared. What's r? Is 8. So that's pi times 8 squared. 201.06 centimetres, and it's an area, so it's centimetres squared. Much easier than the circumference, isn't it? Okay. Area. Calculate the area of that circle, state the rule. Pi r squared. We've got to work out what the radius is. That's a trick question because 10 is not the radius, 10 is the diameter. Here my radius is half of that, which is 5. Pi times 5 squared. 78.54. Please. State the rule, apply the rule, get an answer. There are 3 lines of working every single time, please. Okay, all of a sudden we're into compound shapes. Mr. Harris is mowing our oval. How much grass, what area of grass is he mowing? So it's not a perimeter, we're not racing around the running track, we are mowing the running track or laying turf or whatever we want to talk about. Can you see that? That is a rectangle and that are 2 half circles. So we've got 2 different shapes to do. So our area will be the area of a rectangle plus the area of a circle. Well, the area of a rectangle is length times width. That's from our formula sheet. Area of a circle is pi r squared. Hey, what's the length of my orange rectangle? What's the width of my orange rectangle? Now we are looking very, very closely here not to get trapped. We know that that is 48. But our radius is only from the centre out. So that means our radius is 24. So this radius here is 24. We can do all of that in one step because we've got fantastic calculators. 4209.56, and it's meters squared. Yes, I've got no problem if you want to. Where's my orange? If you want to do that calculation somewhere, get an answer, and then that calculation somewhere, get an answer, and then all you need to do is add your 2 numbers together. Guess what you'd get? 4209.56. Measurements, so long as you're getting the right answer, it's okay, but try and be logical, sequential. You must state your rules and apply your rules in your test. Okay, not many more to go. So, what have we got here? We've got half a circle and a rectangle. Very similar to the last one. So the total area will be the area of the rectangle plus a half the area of a circle. That rectangle is length. Where's my pen? Length times width plus a half of pi r squared. All we need are the dimensions. My length, 1.4. My width, what's my radius? Please be very careful whenever we're talking about radius. So radius is from the middle of that circle out. And we know that blue line there is 1.2. So that red is half of that. Get your calculator if you need to. A half of 1.2 is 0.6. So this R is 0.6. I've written it in red because it is, that's the hard bit of this question. Okay, in the calculator, times 1.2 plus a half of pi times 0.6 squared. 2.245 something. Okay, and it's meters squared because it's an area. How much of a circle is that? That's a quarter of a circle. So I'm just going to go area. I do know that the area of a full circle is pi r squared, but I've got a quarter circle. So I can either divide it by 4, I could divide it by 4, or go, it's a quarter of a circle. What's my R? So it's a quarter of pi r squared. Calculator city, 95.03. Last one, promise, much shorter than the circumference video. We've got area of a circle equals pi r squared, but that is not a whole circle. That is 3/4 of a circle. What's my radius? Straight in the calculator. Love calculators. That didn't work. 763.41 centimetres squared. That's it. Just make sure you know how to get that pi button in your calculator. Try and be methodical and logical. Use colours. Can you see how easy it is when I've got those colours happening? You can really make sense and not get lost. Okay, make sure you do some practice.